So at 8 o'clock, you can just take the LRT, get down at the Human Station, 1 block away. That is the licensing center. First, they will give you the written examination, which is 1 to 40 items, multiple choice, select the best answer. The passing mark is 35 out of these 40 item questions. If you don't get 35 correct answers, they will stop your permit paying. So you have to wait for another month before you can take another exam. If you pass the examination, and if the LTO has complete facilities, they are supposed to give you the orthoclinic or psychophysical examination. We will study that later on. And then after that, they will give you a few minutes actual driving exam to determine whether you really know how to drive or not. And of course, this 300 pesos worth of drug testing. So please, 1 week before you go there, if you are taking some kind of medication, it might affect the result. You better go to your doctor first. Because the moment naging positive ang result ng drug mo, you will be banned all over the Philippines to secure a driver's license. So kailangan hindi pwede maging positive ang result. You might not be taking shabu or marijuana, but if you have some kind of hypertension, you are taking some kind of medicine that might be believe that that's a drug, then kailangan mag-ingat kayo. Okay? And lastly, of course, picture taking. Before, they only ask you to submit 2 ID-size pictures. But we are now using the imported type of plastic jacket license, wherein the picture is now embossed inside the plastic. That is one of the reasons why you have to be there personally for that picture taking alone. Now, I will just read some samples of the examination. And you think about your answer, and we will give the correct answer, and I will explain the answer. No need for you to write down the question and review them later on. You can always buy a copy of this reviewer, supplied by the LTO from the office. It costs only 10 pesos. There are, I think, 200 questions out of that reviewer. And out of these 200, they will just select 40 items. This is the first question. What is the legal age if you are applying for a non-professional driver's license? Letter A, 17. Letter B, 16. Letter C, 18. 17 years old is the correct answer. No? 16 for the student permit. 18 for the professional driver's license. Next. If you are involved in an accident, how soon must you report the accident to the nearest station, police station? How soon? Letter A, at once. Letter B, within 48 hours. Letter C, within 72 hours. A, that's correct, at once. You have to report the accident immediately. Even if it's 1 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, please, you cannot just go home after the accident. You have to go to the precinct and file some kind of report and to get the police report. Next, it is more dangerous to drive at night than during the daytime. Is that true? Yes. Why? How come it's more dangerous to drive at night? Letter A, your reaction time is slower at night. Letter B, the roads are slippery at night. Letter C, you cannot see too far ahead at night. The answer is letter C. You cannot see too far ahead at night. That's why night driving is more dangerous than during the day. Next, how do you park your car on an uphill position? Paano daw pinaparada yung kotse pagpataas ang kalsada? Yeah. Letter A, you turn front wheels toward the curb pag inandaw ang gulong. Letter B, you turn front wheels away from the curb, like that. Letter C, any direction will do. What do you think is the correct answer? Letter B. Yan. Remember this. Whenever you park your car on an uphill position, do not put your tires on a straight line like this. Because the moment the handbrake misses or the gear misses, by force of gravity, the car will go down straight, crossing the vehicle path. Diba? Pero pag nakaganyan ang gulong, pag umatras ang kotse, the tires will be crossing against the gutter so you can prevent accident. So that is the correct way to park your car on a half-hill position. Next. At night driving, when you meet another vehicle with blinding bright lights, the safest thing to do is, so you are driving at night with headlights on, and then you realize you are being blinded by the headlights of the approaching car. Ano daw ang gagawin mo? Letter A, turn your headlight on high beam also. Para pareho na lang tayo pula. Letter B, look slightly at the right side of the highway. Letter C, look straight at the headlights of the approaching car. Letter B, that's correct. So remember that, whenever you drive at night and you are affected by the glare of the oncoming vehicle, you look slightly at the right side of the highway para hindi ka nasisilaw. Next, as you drive your car, once in a while, you glance at your rear view mirror and side view mirror. The question now is, for how long can you look at these mirrors? For how long? Letter A, as brief as possible only. Letter B, as long as you like, you look at the mirror. Letter C, at least 1 minute only. Letter A, as brief as possible only. Next. What is the meaning of a red flashing traffic light? Red flashing. Normally, if the light is flashing, the color is yellow. Flashing traffic light. The meaning of that is caution, slow down, and proceed with extra caution. But the question now is a red flashing traffic light? You should, letter A, wait for the green light before proceeding. Letter B, slow down and proceed with extra caution. Letter C, come to a full stop and proceed only when it is safe to do so. The answer is letter C. Yeah. The meaning of a red flashing traffic light is stop. Okay. Next. How to drive along the rotunda? I'm sure you are familiar with rotundas. A rotunda is a circle. There are vehicles driving around the rotunda, vehicles entering the rotunda, vehicles coming out from the rotunda. Yeah. Like when you go to UP, passing along Quezon Avenue, you enter the elliptical road. The question now is, if you are approaching a rotunda, which of the following vehicles have the right of way? Pag pumapasok ka daw sa rotunda, sino daw dapat ang mauna? Who has the right of way? Letter A, vehicles which are just about to enter the rotunda. Yung kapapasok pa lang daw, sila daw ang mauna. Letter B, vehicles within the rotunda. Yung nasa loob na daw, sila daw dapat ang mauna. Letter C, vehicles coming out from the rotunda. The correct answer is letter B. Vehicles within the rotunda have the right of way. Kaya observe, if you are going to UP, coming from Quezon Avenue, the moment you enter the electrical road without stopping, and the vehicle coming from the circle is crash your vehicle, it is pressure under the law, you are the one at fault by following the rule. Because if you are approaching a rotunda, you are always to stop. It is not your right of way. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving around the rotunda. Ngayon, what is the difference between approaching a rotunda and crossing an ordinary intersection? Whenever you cross any intersection, if ever there is a sign, the sign is always stop. Stop. But when you approach a rotunda, you see two kinds of signs. It's either the sign is stop or yield. Yeah. What is the difference between these two terms? Stop or yield. If the sign that you see is stop, there is no condition. With or without oncoming vehicles, you have to make a complete stop. Because if you don't, then that's a reckless driving violation, disregarding traffic signs. However, if the sign is yield, it is not as forceful as stop. Yield. Magbigay ka kung meron. Pero pwede kang tumuloy kung wala. Yan. So, if it is stop, with or without oncoming vehicles, you have to stop. Whereas if the sign is yield, you can proceed, it's clear. But if there are vehicles approaching, you have to give way. You have to stop. Yan. So, the important rule there is, if you are approaching a rotunda, you are always to stop. It is not your right of way. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving around the rotunda. Next. It's about turning. Turning left is more dangerous than turning right. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes. Why? How come it's more dangerous to turn to the left than to turn to the right? Because, letter A, cars coming from the right are moving faster. Letter B, you have to be alert for both vehicles coming from the left, coming from the right, before you can make the complete turn. Letter C, 4-lane streets are wider than 2-lane streets. The answer is letter B. Turning left is more dangerous than turning right because in turning left, you have to check vehicles coming from the right, check vehicles coming from the left before you can make the complete turn. So it is more dangerous. The next question is a very important question. And I feel I have to explain this in detail. Because unless you know this, that means you cannot be a driver. Every driver must know this rule. What is the question? A good safety rule, when you are sure that you have the legal right of way is. A good safety rule, when you are sure that you have the legal right of way. The important term here is right of way. What is the meaning of right of way? If you translate that in our own dialect, right of way. Right, may karapatan ka. Way, daan. May karapatan ka sa daan. At present, as a student driver, you seldom use this term, right of way. But observe, after finishing driving lessons with the social lines, and you are now a good driver, you are now driving your car every day, whether you like it or not, you will be forced to use this term, right of way. And you should know when to use it. When is that? Whenever you are involved in an accident, especially along intersection area, basta nabangga ka sa kanto, you will be forced to use this term. When is that? Let's say nagpanggaangay sa kanto. After the accident, the normal procedure is both drivers will get out from your car. By instinct, the first thing you do, you check your damage. Tingnan mo kung anong nasira sa kotse ko. That's the first thing. Pag nakita mo wasak ang kotse mo, iinit na dugo mo ngayon. You start facing the other driver. Now, did you not see that stop sign at the corner? It's a big stop sign. You did not stop. This is my right of way. So you are the one at fault. You are blaming the other driver for the accident, insisting through stop siya, and you have the right of way. So what is the meaning of right of way now? You have the preference to go first. That's the meaning of right of way. Palaging ikaw dapat ang mauna dahil ikaw ang may karapatan sa kalsada. you have the preference to go first. Dapat lahat sila ititigil para sa'yo dahil ikaw ang may karapatan sa kalsada. Like for instance, imagine Roas Boulevard. I'm sure you have been there several times. From Rizal Monument until you reach Baclaran area, you don't see stop signs along Roas Boulevard. You can drive continuously, non-stop, all the way up to Baclaran area because Roas Boulevard is the right of way. But observe again, if you are coming from the cultural center, crossing Roas Boulevard, you see that sign of stop. If you are coming from Aristocrat, you enter Roas Boulevard, you see that sign of stop. If you are coming from the United Nations Avenue, you want to reach the U.S. Embassy, you swerve to enter Roas Boulevard, you see that sign of stop. So if Roas Boulevard is the right of way, all roads intersecting Roas Boulevard are all to be stopped. So the moment you cross Roas Boulevard without stopping, and vehicle coming from Roas Boulevard crash your vehicle, it is pressure under the law, you are the one at fault. Because Roas Boulevard is the right of way. Of course, everybody knows that Roas Boulevard is the right of way because that is the main road. España is the right of way. Quezon Avenue is the right of way. EDSA, C3, C5, C4, these are all right of way roads because these are the main roads. And there is no question about that. So the moment you are using EDSA, since EDSA is the right of way, so all roads intersecting EDSA are all through stop, made through stop sign yan. So the moment the road you are using has a sign of stop, that means it is not your right of way. Why is so important to know that? Because remember, the moment you become a driver and you drive your own car every day, the moment you are involved in an accident, resulting in damage to property, physical injury, and death to another person, and you reach the court, 95%, the one that has the right of way, will win the case. Yun lang naman tinitingnan ng judge, whenever you have a vehicle traffic accident case here, tinitingnan ng judge kung sinong may right of way. The moment you have the right of way, 95% panalo ka na. Kaya in your case as a driver, you should know whether it is your right of way or not before you cross any intersection. Because the moment you are involved in an accident and you are through stop, it is not your right of way, talo ka na kagad. So how do you know if it is your right of way or not? Considering you are just a new driver and you are not yet familiar with all these roads that you are using every day. So, to know that, the first thing that you must know as a future driver is the rules of right of way. Yeah. We call them right of way rules. And you have to memorize all these rules because every minute, every second, every corner, all these rules are applicable. We call them right of way rules. So if you are driving along España, you know España is the right of way. Suppose you are driving along this small street at the back of UST, Sampaloc area. These are not main roads, these are all ordinary roads. You are now crossing all these intersections. Every day you go to the school, every day you go to the office. How do you know if it is your right of way or not? How do you know whether you have to give way or you have to insist that you have to go ahead first? So, you should know all the rules of right of way. What are these rules? Marami yan. Number one rule. You are a new driver. You are crossing this intersection. There is no sign. Because if there is a sign of through stop, it is understood you are through stop. It is not your right of way. Yeah. So to determine that, always follow the number one rule. If you are not sure whether it's your right of way or not, use the number one rule. What's that? First come, first serve. Golden rule. Yeah. That's the number one rule. Under the rules of right of way. Golden rule. First come, first serve. Kung sinong dumating una sa kanto, siya ang maunang aalis. Yeah. And they always apply this here dito Subic. Inulong ka po. There is one controversial corner there where Manila drivers are always apprehended when they reach Subic. Because that in one intersection, they always follow the number one rule, golden rule. First come, first serve. Kung minsan hindi porke tumakbo rin nasa harapan mo at sumunod ka, mauuli ka. Kasi may nauna sa iyo sa kabila eh. Because they follow that rule, golden rule. First come, first serve. Next rule. Suppose both cars enter the intersection at the same time. Sabay kayo dumating, walang nauni, walang nauna. Sino ngayon ang mauna? You cannot choose the golden rule anymore, which is first come, first serve. Eh, sabay nga kayo eh. Eh, paano ngayon? Bigay na lang tayo. Eh, ayaw nyo magbigay. Ayaw din nyo magbigay. Hindi sabay tayo maalis. Sabay kayo umalis ngayon. Siyempre magbabanggaan kayo. Sino may kasalanan ngayon? You cannot choose that bigay and gold. There should be a rule about that to determine whether it should fall or not. So under the rules of right of way, second rule, if both cars enter the intersection at the same time, and there is no traffic light, there is no stop sign, there is no policeman manning the corner, the car on the right normally has the right of way. Yung nasa kanan palagi ang dapat mauna. So if this is your car, he is at your right, he has the right of way. If this is your car, he is on your left, you are on the right, you have the right of way. On condition that there is no traffic light, stop sign, and policeman. Why so important to check that? Because the moment the road you are using as a sign of stop, it is understood you are to stop. If there's a traffic light, you cannot choose the right of way rule. You have to follow the traffic light. If there's a policeman giving the signal in one intersection, you cannot choose the right of way rule. You have to follow the signal of the policeman. So, if all these things are not present, and both cars enter the intersection at the same time, the car on the right normally has the right of way. Kaya pag nagbanggaan kayo, ito ang may kasalanan. Kung sabay kayo, dahil ito ang may right of way. Okay? Next. If you are approaching a rotonda, who has the right of way? Yan, pinag-aralan natin earlier. If you are approaching a rotonda, vehicles within the rotonda have the right of way. Okay? Next important rule. In any kind of turn, whether it's left turn, right turn, or U-turn, always remember this. You are always to stop. It is not your right of way. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving straight. Lahat ng diretso sila ang may right of way. Lahat ng paliko, stop kayo lahat. In any kind of turn, whether it's left turn, right turn, or U-turn, you are always to stop. Kahit na malayong-malayo pa ito, kung mabilis siya, pinilit mo, inabutan ka niya, ikaw pa rin ang may kasalanan by following the rule. You can only proceed swerving to the left if there is an approaching car. After making sure you have already completed the turn before the approaching car reaches you. Pero kung mabilis siya, naabutan ka niya, ikaw ang may kasalanan. Kaya observe, whenever you make a turn, it is not easy to make a turn. Sige na, kanina pa ako dito ba? Naubos ko na nga kayo eh. Bakit ako naman, hindi sila titigil? Kasi alam nila sila ang may karapatan. Huwag kang mainis. Huwag kang magmumutok ng butsi mo yan. Kanina pa ako na. Hindi pwede, wala kang karapatan eh. Sila ang may karapatan. Nakikiusap ka lang. Pag hindi ka nila pagbibigyan, wala kang magagawa. yan. Pag pinilit mo, ikaw naman ang may kasalanan. So, in any kind of turn, whether it's left turn, right turn, or U-turn, you are always to stop. It is not your right of way. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving straight. Next. Early morning, you are going to Baguio, driving along the zigzag road. You are rushing, you want to reach Baguio proper on time. And then in front of you, a few meters away, the road is under construction. Ginagawa yung zigzag road. Both vehicles cannot drive at the same time. One has to give way. Who has the right of way? Those going up Baguio or those going down to Manila? Masikip eh. Naging one way. Hindi ka pwede sa bumanyan. Who has the right of way? Those going up Baguio or those going down to Manila?
Going up.
Sino mauna yung paakyat ay pababa? Oh, sa tingin nyo, kung mauna? Pababa. So, ibibitin mo lahat ng tao doon, ibibitin mo lahat. Bumaba na kayong bumaba. Isang oras kayong bumaba, sila nakabitin sila lahat. Mali yata yun. So, the rule under the rules of right of way, in any hilly place, not necessarily Baguio, in any hilly place, if both vehicles cannot drive at the same time, one has to give way, those going up the mountain have the right of way. Lahat ng paakyat sila lahat ang may right of way. Lahat ng pababa, to stop kayo lahat. Because it's much easier if you are going down to give way, you just apply the brake. Than to let those vehicles hang there for 1 hour 30 minutes, and then lahat kayo bababa lahat yan. Yan. Kahit na kanina ka pa naghihintay, ito kararating lang niya. Hirap na hirap siya umakyat. Pahugod-hugod siya umakyat. Siya pa rin ang mauna. Dahil under the law, talaga siya ang may right of way. Kasi mas hirap siya. So, you have to remember that. Huwag mong pinipilit. Kanina pa ako naghihintay. Ako na dapat. Hindi. Baka kinabukasan, ikaw naman naaakyat. So, give and take lang naman ang buhay. Okay? Next. Early morning, the normal routine of everybody is 7 o'clock, 6:30. You ask your maid or your boy to open the door garage for you because you are going to your office or school. That is very important. It is not because that is your house, that is your place, that is your garage. Everybody in front of your house will stop and let you pass. That is wrong. Under the rules of right of way, if you are coming from your private garage or driveway and approaching the road, you are always to stop. It is not your right of way. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving in front of your house. Kaya observe, in any private subdivision, and there is a big mansion manned by security guard, lumalabas boss niya. Sandali lang ha, lumalabas ang boss ko ha. Hindi mo pwedeng gawin yan. Yung bahay sa inyo, pero yung tapat ng bahay nyo, hindi sa inyo yan. Paglampas ng bago nyo, that is not your property. So forcing everybody to stop, just to impress your boss. Kung minsan, lumulok kayo, nakikita lang kayo dito hindi, pareho tayo nakikitaan dyan. Walang may-ari dyan, public yan. Even in a private subdivision, what you own is inside your property. Outside your property, that's a common space. Mag-usap ka, sandali lang ako. But forcing everybody to stop just to let you pass, that is not correct. Huwag kang mayabang, porque bahay mo yun? Hindi. Mali ka dyan. You are always to stop. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving in front of your house. Okay? Next. If your car is parked on the side road, that's your car, nakapark maghapon yan, sa tapat ng opisina nyo. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you want to go home. You want to move out from that space. Next rule. If you are coming from your parking space, approaching the road, you are always to stop. It is not your right of way. It is the right of way for all those vehicles driving straight. Kaya makita mo pag lumalabas ka pa, hirap na hirap ka. Unti-unti, diretso na siya, diretso, para sa pampauntayin kanila. Because they know, lahat ng diretso ito, silang may right of way. You can only proceed driving to the left. if there is an approaching vehicle from the side. After making sure you have already completed the turn before he can reach you. Now, kung mabilis siya, kahit na half kilometer pa siya, lumilipad siya, pinilit mo, inabutan ka niya, you are the one at fault by following the rule.